Tonight on Craft Beer Crusaders, we continue our high country craft beer journey and stumble across a brewery that has amazing views and brews.
And Dan rekindles an affair from the past. Quite a quaint little place, this one.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good view.
Great area, especially for those who are into the off-road sports. G'day, Mark.
Pete.
How you doing, Dan?
G'day, Mark and Dan.
Good to
How are
meet
you,
you,
fellas?
Lovely, quaint little place you've got here.
Yeah, it's our little, I don't know, oasis in paradise here.
Hideaway,
Yeah.
little secret hideaway.
It is a hideaway. Yeah, man's shed.
Man shed, I like that.
Good.
So this
Butcher
scene,
next door, brewery here.
I was
the
going to
boys love
say, if you've had a few drinks and you want to stay,
Good
just
combo.
pop next door and grab a bit of beef and chuck it on barbie and off you go.
it. Yeah, it works well for the guys staying across the road with their families at the caravan park. They nip over to get a sausage for the barbie.
Honey, I'm just going to get some meat for tonight's dinner and pop back with a 6-pack of beer as well.
That's right. Yeah, add a couple of pots while they're here and head back. Yeah.
So I'm noticing from your tap handles that there's quite a bit of mountain sports available here.
Yeah, look, Mount Beauty that's the main reason people come here to live and also to holiday or spend some time. We've got great rivers, great mountains for skiing in winter, mountain biking, road biking. It's an action destination.
Fly fishing.
Yeah, a little bit of fly fishing in the streams, plenty of trout in the streams, and even the name, it comes from the Kiowa River. So Sweetwater is Kiowa's Aboriginal for Sweetwater.
Okay.
So that's where the name comes from for the
you go.
brewery.
Right.
And that runs straight through the middle of town. So it's quite a heritage, the river hooked in with Mount Beauty, because it is a hydro town that was built based on the water coming out of the mountains.
Hydroelectricity.
Yep.
So your brewing philosophy. I've had your beer before, and it's really accessible. Like it's a very easy drinking beer. Are you trying to make it easy for everyone to drink, or?
Look, I'm trying to. My philosophy is to brew a beer that to enjoy, not to make a statement. My market and the type of people that I'm trying to get beer into their hands, I don't want to polarise them too much and cut it down to an even smaller market than it already is. And it's great to have some beers that actually give people a chance to step into craft beer.
Yeah.
And we don't want to scare them off all the time.
Yep.
So what I really love to do is get some difference in the beer, so people can see style variation and keep true to the style, but not push the boundaries of the style.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea.
Sounds good.
It does indeed. I haven't had any of your beer, so I'm quite keen to taste some of
Well,
it.
I'm quite keen to share one with you too.
Let's get some tasting paddles set
Yeah,
up.
all right.
Let's get a paddle.
We'll go maybe sit outside and.
No problems.
sorry,
We've
I
got
should
our little
say
unique.
tasting ski.
Tasting ski.
See that? Tasting ski.
That's how we sample our beers.
Oh,
How good does that look?
oh. Who wants to go skiing when you can drink on the skis? Where do we start? We probably should wait for Pete. Hey?
Yeah, we might wait for him.
Yeah, I think that'd be the polite thing to do.
So last weekend would have been busy for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Easter was a huge one. Sunday was our biggest day of trade through this the brewery here.
Whatever.
Since we've opened it.
Wow.
Yeah, since we've opened it last year. January last year we opened in this location. We've been going for 6 years, but
Yep.
we were just located at a winery for prior to this. But yeah, it was a great day.
Fantastic.
Big mix, locals, people visiting town. Put a couple of local young guys playing a bit of music. It
Oh,
was
good stuff.
Just a good vibe. It had what you had, mountain bikes lined up out the front here. People had come straight off the trails. And,
There you go.
yeah,
Perfect.
that's what it's about.
Well, let's taste what they did.
So this one
Where do we
here
go?
That's
is
the summer ale. So,
Summer ale.
Yep. Just a light,
Beautiful
easy,
colour.
good entrance beer for
nice and malty
entry
as
beer.
well.
With Galaxy and Summer. What was Summer Stars? Are the hops in it? Not brewed to a style, just to create a beer that achieves three things for craft beer drinkers: something that's easy and light bodied, nice on a summer's day, not too challenging for people that are coming across from lagers, and also for ladies that are drinking, the girls are drinking a lot of white wine. It's not a big step. It's that similar sort of style.
Yeah, it's nice and light. It's good.
Yeah,
It's a soft step sideways.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite nice.
It's good.
And it's a funny beer because
That's a really nice hot afternoon.
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Been out
summer
mountain
ale.
biking, pop
Yep.
in here.
Been wandering the trails.
Yeah,
that's it.
It was popular with the fire crews. They're based just up the road at the parks office, just across the other side of the paddock there. So when they're coming in from the Harrogate fire, so it was getting a bit of ash from their throats as it was pretty popular during that January, February time.
I bet. Now,
So next is the Vice beer, my Hef. Pretty happy with that. I'm really proud of the Hef
Oh
Vice.
yeah, you could really.
Oh, yeah,
fluffy
those
on the
bananas
nose,
come
isn't
through,
it?
don't they?
Yeah.
Get a lot of non-beer drinkers come back and say, "Can I have the banana beer?"
yeah. It's got a lovely, almost creamy mouthfeel to it as well. Like
Kind of like a beer version of a banana thick shake.
it is, isn't it? That's really
And
good.
I think the proteins from the wheat malt give it a bit, a slightly
that is
different
wonderful.
mouthfeel. Yeah.
It's quite tasty.
The next
That's really
the next
good.
one as you move down the ski is what every brewery's got to have a good pale ale.
Good pale.
Now, is it traditional pale or East American? So it's American pale.
Yeah. So using the hops that everybody loves, every home brewer loves to hear that you're brewing with Chinook, Cascade, Amarillo. It suits
It's
them.
very
And
bitey at the end there.
Great go-to beer. It's what I'm at the moment. It's probably my go-to beer. Everybody
It
asks.
does have that bite at the end, doesn't it? It's
got a
quite
nice
soft
bite.
up front, but then it
kind of
then it
waxy at
hits
the
you.
back
Yeah.
there quite nicely. It's
And it
real
should, that
Americanism
bitterness,
at the back,
of the tongue.
bitterness, yeah.
By the time it hits your bitter
It
taste
hangs
buds.
around for a while too, which is good.
So as you move down, the Golden Bitter, my English special bitter, lower carbed, try and keep it popular when I do Fed Square, popular with all those English backpackers that are hanging around Melbourne at any one time.
All nice and earthy.
Good malts in there as well.
Yeah, good malt.
Oh, that's nice, that one.
And you finish up with my porter.
Porter.
Now I find a lot of porters get a bit stouty, so I brew it lighter in body.
was gonna
If you
say,
like
yeah,
those,
it's
very
quite light
red.
for a porter.
Yep,
Very
if you
red.
like those roasty, but it's got that roasted note.
Yeah.
Well,
So
definitely
it
got
moves
that.
across from a red ale with that roasted flavour. So if you like that style, and you want to be able to drink it by the pot, the pot or the pint, and have a few, it doesn't fill you up too much.
Get real soft roasted
Ooh.
coffee,
Yeah.
cocoa in there. That's very nice too, that one. I like the colouring of that one. That's really nice.
That's a really good beer.
Yeah.
That's really good.
It's accessible for people who are looking to try a darker beer but don't want to hit on those very heavy porters or into
Yep.
the stouts.
Get like a big
Stout.
Baltic porter or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that, or an
You know,
imperial
it-
stout.
And it's part of that moving our beers and moving, following the American influence and moving to the extreme ends of the scale. So nearly the brown ales are what was a porter, and the porters are nearly stouts, and the stouts are all
yeah,
big,
it's all
huge.
getting
yeah,
bigger
Imperial
and bigger.
stouts.
yeah.
So this is a little bit more restrained, really.
It is.
I
yeah.
got to come back to this pale ale. It's very nice. This
I'm
is,
glad
this is
you
my
like it,
favourite of
'cause,
the bunch. This
You
one.
know,
Yeah.
it's there's always a little bit of another pale ale, but every brewery needs to have a good pale ale
Yeah,
to
that's
carry
nice,
their-
that, yeah.
their
I'm going back to
through.
the bananas.
You go back to bananas. If you want, we can get some dry bananas on the way back.
I
Will that keep you happy,
really
or,
good.
or do you
I'm
just
really
want some more of that?
No, this is fine. I'm happy with this.
Okay.
I can't let you go without pouring out a glass from the big fella.
The big fella.
This was
Big
our winter
fella.
release last year. It's about to get brewed in the next week or two. Big fella's Mount Bogong that
Yep.
we're sitting just below. And
So the big fella at Mount Bogon is translated from Aboriginal into big fella.
into big fella.
It's
That's
the
what it's
name for big
reputed
fella.
to say. So that's where the name comes from. It's my barley wine, and tried to keep it unique to the area.
Yep.
So we've used Pride of Ringwood and Galaxy, a couple of good locally grown hops.
Yep.
And dry hopped it with Pride of Ringwood. So it's a little bit maligned, the old
yeah.
Pride of Ringwood, but it's good to actually...
There's a lot of good beers coming out with
A lot of people
Pride
are
of
starting
Ringwood
to
in
use it more, aren't they? Yeah.
I've even gone to the lengths of growing my own Pride of Ringwood at home.
Look at that.
Oh wow, that is very malty.
Ooh.
Smells and looks very different to most of the barley wines I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people ask me to describe it, and to me, the closest I can get in a description, it's a bit like if you like a nice single malt whiskey and you've got just that little bit of water from an ice cube in it.
Yep.
And so it's got that nice malt,
Creamy.
a little bit
Yeah.
of heat from the alcohol. We're sitting at
Yeah, some warmth
9.8%
in there.
ABV.
It's creamy as well. That is. Ooh. There's a lot of barley wines out there as well that crack 10, 11, 12,
Yep.
14%. This one's a little bit below the 10, but it's still a cracking beer. I'm going to change and go from this. So this is
Good on you.
this is a good beer.
Yeah, we had it on tap
Sticky.
last winter, and we will again this winter. And it always, the girls like to have a bit of a warning for people, just letting them know what they were drinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a very sticky, sweet smelling beer.
Yeah. And I call Mount Bogon, because it is the tallest mountain in Victoria. It's the spiritual heart. It's a big mountain, no easy way onto it. So
Yep.
we get a little bit, I don't know, spiritual.
Gotta
when we
hike
drink
your
the
way
beer.
up there.
Yeah, you got to hike your way.
Go with the big boys.
There's
journey.
no easy way, no lifts, no roads.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful beer.
That's fantastic.
With a wonderful backdrop as well. Beautiful. Very impressed. Very impressed.
Very nice.
Well, look, thank you for sharing your
Thank you very
journey,
much.
your
Yep.
story, your wonderful little town, and your wonderful little brewery with
Look,
us.
thanks for making the effort to come over
Oh,
here.
it's been a pleasure.
We love having visitors in our town, and the more people that find out about us and find about our beers and everybody else that, you know, is hard working in our industry,
yeah.
I think you guys are credit to what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Good on
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Thanks for it.
See you later.
Cheers.
They were fantastic beers.
They were
All right.
absolutely beautiful beers.
Where are we off to next?
Well, next stop on the way back to Melbourne town is Bright.
Okay, how far is it?
About a half hour by a car, half hour drive.
Wait, half hour. Why are we walking? The car's back there.
Oh,
You idiot.
After cruising through the high country mountains and taking in some stunning scenery, we arrived at Bright Brewery. Oh, finally we made it. It might be a bit wet. Not so bright in Bright, but I tell you what, it'll be bright once we get inside here.
Can't wait for this.
Can I hug the tank?
Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's enough. You look
All right,
creepy.
that's enough? Okay.
We found the boys milling around in the brewery. See what I did there?
Milling? Really? Your jokes are beginning to grind on me.
You plonker.
So, brewer for the day. Heard a lot about it. A friend of mine actually has a ticket for brewer for the day, which he hasn't used yet. So, what's it all about?
Okay, well, Brews for a Day is one of those things that we decided a while ago to start doing to give people an insight to how we actually make beer, you know, and really, I guess it stemmed from trying to get people more understanding of what craft beer is all about too, you know, so giving them a hands-on experience.
Bit of
you know,
education.
yeah, exactly, a great day. John you know, takes them through the whole brewing process from milling the grain right through to pitching the yeast into the fermenter.
So it's a serious day's work.
Yeah, it's a full day's work, yeah, which is it's great. They come and help us out.
Free help. Paid help. They pay you to help.
But you know, they've got John's time for the whole day where
Yeah,
they can
so-
ask him questions. So if they're a home brewer or somebody who's thinking about getting into the brewing industry, it's great because they can really get to understand what's involved in working in craft brewery.
Oh, wonderful. Now, how many of these pop up? Is it like every week, every month?
We've got them scheduled once a month.
Once a month, yeah.
But they don't always fill up. We probably run about a dozen a year.
Yeah, I'd say a dozen a year.
And you know, so it's not a thing that is keeps us flat out all the time, but it's a great way to show people what it is.
So you don't need any brewing history to come along. It's like you've never been in a brew before, you can come along and find out how it all
look,
happens.
we get all sorts. We get people who are actually wanting to get into the brewing industry who come in. We get home brewers, and then we get groups of people who just want to have a nice day out. Just do something fun together. So
bucks, like a sort of a bucks turn. You get a couple of guys coming in.
Exactly. We can take up to four people at a time.
Yeah.
By limiting the group size as well, it means that we can really customise it for the
what
kind of the crowd that we've got. So some people are real beer geeks, home brewers who have great technical knowledge. Some of them are people, as Scott said, who want to get into the craft brewing industry, whereas others are just here for a good time and just to learn a little bit more about beer. And by keeping the group size small, we tend to run them very differently all the time. I mean, our last group were a couple on their honeymoon, actually. So it was quite a cool little honeymoon activity to do.
You go, honey, we're going to go and brew some beer.
Well, they had an awesome time together, and they'd been to some other breweries in Belgium before. They'd helped out brewing Cantillon.
Dan's eyes just pricked up.
So, we had. It's one of the really nice things about it because it's a really sort of personal experience. And it's great for us to meet the people who are, passionate about our beer, and it's great to actually work with people who are, really into
That's a
craft beer.
wonderful idea. Yeah. Absolutely wonderful idea. Now, the other thing I wanted to have a chat about is this lovely new structure you've got here. And I noticed there's some empty space above, and as a building designer myself, I'm looking at that and going, what's going to go up there eventually? So what's happening? Is there some expansion?
There is. I mean, our main focus really was to get the main building up that we needed to to meet our future demands and that type of thing.
Yep.
Obviously, there's budgetary constraints when you're doing these sorts of things. So our primary focus was getting our brewing equipment into this space so that we could get it operational again. What we've got planned for upstairs there is to put in a more modern boiler that's more efficient, and also things like preheated solid hot water, and a grist mill and grist case, things like that, so that we can just improve the efficiencies
refine everything,
and the way that the whole brewery works. So
systemise it
pretty much at the moment we're working the way we used to work, except we've just got more space, which actually makes a massive difference just in itself. But once we're now in a building where we can start to improve the actual brewing equipment as well. So
more efficiency and obviously better quality as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other thing obviously coming up now is Gabs soon. Have you got a beer? If you have, what is it? Are we allowed to know? Can we tell the public?
I'll let John talk about
we do. I'm super excited about it actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we loved Gabs last year, and we were, our beer was really well received.
Very nice beer.
Really, really happy with the reception that beer got.
That was the IRA.
The IRA, the Resistance Red Ale. We decided this year to go with a completely different idea, though, a completely different concept. So we're making a barley wine, but one that's really heavy with rye and oats.
Okay.
So this beer, whereas the IRA was really about the amazing sort of hop profile the beer had, this one's a lot more about texture, which is a mouthfeel, which is an aspect of beers that's not all that often thought about.
So can I assume it's going to be creamy?
Incredibly gluggy, incredibly creamy, very, very thick. It was amazing actually brewing it because just the way the fluid moved into the kettle was completely different from our other beers. It was this thick, full of beta-glucans, this really thick beer that's just going to fill your mouth as you drink it and just stick around, and it'll have this phenomenal sort of big texture.
Oh, wonderful. Sounds good.
Yeah, so it's also being fermented on oak staves. So rather than fermenting it in oak barrels, we've decided to keep it away from oxygen entirely and put brand new big French oak staves into the tank while we fermented it. So it's got nice
something different.
You guys are going serious with this one.
I can't say I've heard that's been done anywhere before.
Yeah, so it's a great technique for getting oak character into a beer without exposing it to the oxygen, which is a real problem for barrel aged beers. It's also used a phenomenal amount of stuff in it. So we brewed the beer using a method called Partigal brewing, where we've actually used 2 full mash tuns worth of malt. Taking the first runnings to make our barley wine, which is going to be our Gabs beer, and taking the weak wort, the second runnings, to make a smaller beer, which we call Little Brother, which is on the bar at the moment.
Oh, okay. So that one we can try later on.
Exactly.
Ooh, sounds good.
Might even get you a sneaky taste of the big one out of the tank.
Oh, that'd be good. That sounds really interesting. Is that something we could probably do now?
I'd say so.
Okay, let's go and have a look at that then.
Awesome.
So John, this is the Gabs beer.
Yep, that's right. That's an early tank sample out of it, so it's
Yep.
got a little bit more conditioning to do yet, but this is the beer we'll be bringing to Gabs. Yeah,
It
our big
def-
rye heavy barley wine.
It really does look creamy and quite delicious.
Yep.
Yeah,
Have a taste.
I'll have a taste of that. It'll be-
Feels heavy.
So the boys at Bright Brewery gave us a real privilege to be able to try their barley wine for their Gabs beer entry. It's an American style barley wine, so it's big and bold and bitey.
The first thing you notice is the huge mouthfeel. It's full and creamy, quite delicious.
It was, wasn't it? It had a real sweet undertone coming through with a really big molasses feel.
I love that malt profile in it.
The hops balanced really nicely with the malts as well, didn't they?
And the French oak staves that they've put in with the beer,
Who does that?
they do.
Bright do, yeah. So this would not be a cheap beer to produce, not only, as you're saying, in product that's gone in it, but time-wise as well.
Yeah. It is. Like it uses a phenomenal amount of malt. I was describing that hard barrel style of brewing before. So it used 2 of our full mash tuns filled up to the brim worth of malt, about 800 kilos of malt.
It's a lot of malt.
It takes a long time in tank space as well. It takes a long time to hold it in the tank. Huge amount of hops. And excise as well is obviously a big factor at a 10% beer.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Aurora Borealis, for instance, and a stubby of that is at sort of $14-15 a bottle, $16 some places. This is obviously going to be about that if it was ever bottled.
I don't think we've quite worked it out yet, have we?
Haven't worked out the
But,
cost.
I hate to want to know, but I tell you what, if it was bottled, I'd buy some.
Hey, did you see
That's for sure.
where Dan got to?
No.
Hello, my darling. Yes, it's been too long since we've been together. I've missed you. I love you so much.
No, he went that way.
Disappeared. Let's go and find him.
Okay.
Hello, darling. I've missed you.
Oh, he's found Pinky.
Oh, look at this. Dude, what are you doing?
Just resting.
Oh, yeah. I
think
saw you
Penny-
kiss it. I saw you kiss it, mate. I think we need to... Oh, he's doing it again. You got problems. You really love that framboise, don't you? The
How could
pinky?
you not?
Well, I've not had it yet, so...
All right, would you like us to show you how you can get some of that?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's actually on tap at the bar.
Could we?
Yeah.
He's like a kid
All right,
at a
well-
candy store. Oh, look at this.
Chili's. Hello, cakes.
Wonderful. Through this door here.
That's it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, do you mind if I...
Shut up.
do you mind if
I'm
I have a
enjoying
go?
my beer.
No, I haven't tried it yet, so I'd like to taste some of yours.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, it's just, oh.
Oh, that's different.
I love that.
That's wonderful.
Oh, I love it.
Wow. Yeah, I'll take...
Earthy and, oh.
See, I'm off. We sat down outside with the boys and had a beer and a chat, and they told us an amazing story about how one of their beers got its name. So the story of the MIA IPA is a ripping story, isn't it?
I'm so glad the boys told us.
I know, I mean, who brews a beer and then in the middle of the day decides to go paragliding and disappear over the mountain?
Didn't he crash into Mount Feathertop?
Apparently it was a graceful landing, so we're told anyway.
Yeah, good one, John.
Apparently also it took him something like 4 hours to hike back, and he didn't get back to Bright until 11 p.m.
And then he still had to prepare the beer for the showcase the next day.
Yeah, get up bright and early at 8 and get ready to head down to Melbourne for it.
And that's why they called it MIA IPA.
Because John went missing.
Well, I have to say, the High Country Brewery Trail is absolutely phenomenal.
Absolute success as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, More people should do this. I'm really impressed.
I reckon I should ride too.
Why
Have
not?
a ride,
Do
sober
it.
up, have a drink, get drunk, go for another ride,
And then have some dinner.
and then have some dinner.
And some good beer.
Oh, yes, indeedly, doodly. Dibbity
Sometime
there, dibbity
today.
there. Oh. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you next week.
You can go now, we're eating.
Is that alright?
No, seriously.
That's it.
What?
The show's over. Go home.
Go.
Go.
Jeez.
You're still here. God, you don't get in here. Go home. The show's finished. God. Next week on Craft Beer Crusaders, Dan gets beard envy and I get in touch with nature.
And someone stupidly gives Mark the controls of a plane.
I didn't crash it.